The next product we're going to review is called Streamline from Streamline Automotive Solutions. What you should know about this product that it was developed inside one of the most efficient, well-run dealer groups in the country. That's the West Her Automotive Group in upstate New York. Their growth and, customer focus is known well throughout the country. And I love when dealers get together to put together a Switzerland app, a vendor-neutral app to help solve some problems with customers. And this is really a tool that can be used by anyone in the dealership that's engaging with a customer, allowing them, based on the dealer's inventory, or in this case, the group's inventory, to find the right vehicle based on the payment or the affordability that the consumer is looking for. Now you may say, well, isn't this part of digital retailing tools? Well, some allow tools to navigate by payment, but this takes it a little further. There are times when a vehicle is selected that doesn't meet the lender's requirements, and so now the dealer has to scramble. But built into Streamline are options to understand what the lender requirements are and even to pivot a vehicle to find the right vehicle that can be transacted based on this consumer's profile. And I think this is really important that tools are being developed to take the friction out of the customer buying experience. And so I'd love for you to take a minute to look at the highlights from the Streamline platform built to please the consumer and help dealers create a better customer shopping experience in a digital age.
Hi, welcome to Streamline. My name is Matt Lasher. I'm the president here at Streamline, but I want to tell you a quick little story about how we got started doing this whole thing. And Streamline was born out of the West Her Automotive Group. We're a 35-store group in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse, New York. One thing that's unique about us is we share our used cars across all 35 locations. So we had this problem. How do we find cars quickly and easily for customers that they can afford and, most importantly, can get approved on? Because you don't want to go grab a car from 100 miles away and not be able to get it approved. So John Schultz, our founder, who was working at an auto loan center in our network at the time, specializing in subprime financing, came up with Streamline. It has evolved over the years and it's turned into this SaaS product now, and we have hundreds of dealers across the country using it. But really, quite simply, it's a budget calculator and vehicle selection tool. That's it. We solve for vehicle selection in two ways. One, upfront in the process, before a customer's picked a car, or two, after a customer's picked a car and there's been some financing issues and we have to reselect collateral. I'll talk about both of those things in the demo in a second, but we describe this pain in the sales process, the great train wreck. Here, I drew a little picture. Here we have a customer. They say, I want this one, but unfortunately, the dealer can't get it financed, declined. So the salesperson says, well, how about this green one? And this customer says, well, I don't like that one. And I didn't get very many choices. Time's up. I got to go. No deal. The dealership's running out of time. Always on the clock. But with Streamline, a salesperson and customer can come together and the salesperson can say, well, how about one of these 6 vehicles? Yeah, I'll take that one. And you get an approval right away. So with Streamline, you save time, you improve the customer experience, and you make more money. So let's get right into it. Let me show you the core features of the tool. When a user logs into Streamline, there's 3 main functions. We have shop by budget, and if they're a manager, sales manager, finance manager, general manager, they can have access to the shop by callback and lender navigator. I want to go through each of these features so that you can understand what they do and how they work. So the first off is the shop by budget. Now, within Streamline's affordability engine, we want to make it as easy for users as possible to guide vehicle selection upfront in the process. But we do this in a non-traditional or backwards kind of way, focused on credit score and income. So let's say a 580 score comes in and the customer makes $3,000 a month. Immediately, Streamline uses its budget calculator to calculate a payment range of $450 a month or less. That or less is an important piece here as we're talking about guiding vehicle selection proactively. At West Her, currently there's about 3,000 used cars in stock. And for this particular customer, we have 775 vehicles that will meet this customer's payment range. Now, we are excluding all vehicles that have LTVs that would be too high based on most bank standards. We are also properly amortizing every vehicle in our inventory based on year and mileage so that we can get to which vehicles are best suited immediately. The payment slider is interactive, so you can go up or down depending on how the nature of the conversation goes. And we also try to restrict users from going too high. But if you don't do anything and just leave it where the payment slider started, and off you go. You can also input cash and trade in equity position as well to come up with a net cash. Below, you'll see filters that all that you'd expect. You have locations. You can narrow down by geography or individual store, depending how dealerships are set up. Year, mileage, drive type, passenger capacity, inventory age, all sorts of functions. You can even search by stock number if you wanted to do that. Okay, so that's really Streamline Shop by Budget in a nutshell. Talking next, more advanced functions here. Our Shop by Callback feature is really like an automotive finance calculator filtering tool. So anytime you sell a car in the traditional way, but you get a modified callback from your lender, it requires 4 inputs. Let's say you got a $450 payment's okay. You can get 72 months on it. Let's say we can get 140% because the customer has really good credit at a 799 rate, but they got maybe $1,000 to put down and $5,000 negative equity maybe. So they owe 10,000, it's worth 5. So here we have a situation. Okay, well, what vehicles will work? Well, immediately, again, Streamline is filtered through over 3,000 vehicles at West Her's inventory to come up with a list. Now, if I'm a sales manager, I could proactively sort by inventory age and try to make a good business decision here. I may want to sort by, again, front-end profit to maximize profitability. Might be a situation where, they just really want a truck that's, a 2016. Let's say they want a truck 2016 or newer with less than 50,000 miles on it. So all of a sudden, 13 vehicles right away. Now, the third feature is called the Lender Navigator. This is a multi-lender reselection tool that's available for many lenders to participate in. And it's very similar to Capital One Dealer Navigator that can be used to move even the toughest deals forward. And what Streamline allows is each lender to customize and flexibly create their own tab to maximize their dealer program. Now, Ally, as an example, they have different tiers. And let's say you got a D tier decline, but they make $4,500 a month. Now, immediately, Streamline is going to show you which cars, the higher up the list you are for this particular search, the more likely you are to get an approval and potentially even a tier bump, moving that to a tier C auto approval, structuring a deal that's favorable for the bank, eliminating risk, and maximizing, again, the customer's time. I'd like to highlight one more example, and that's right here. Regional Acceptance Corp. So we've taken their rate sheet and we've programmed it into Streamline. And with Regional's analysts, they will give you a callback based on tier and payment. Let's say a tier 4 came in and they're good with $450 a month. Well, right away, Streamline has gone through your entire inventory and found, so we have 1,500 cars that the customer can buy, achieving a payment of $450 a month. But we've gone one step further and we've added specific features for Regional that has this loan variables column. Because of the uniqueness of their program, we can expose customers' buying power on every single car immediately without the dealership having to resubmit or guess on where they stand. Now, here's an example of this 2012 Volkswagen Beetle, where just no money down, they can get approved at 14.7 rate, 60 months, 273. But if they can come up with another $973 down, I can lower their interest rate 1.5, and this is what it does to the payment. And I can at the same time increase F&I flat. This is a great way if we're trying to work in vehicle protection plans, or really just maximize where a customer stands with respect to the grid and the approval matrix. This exposes that, allowing the dealership to be helpful and maximize the customer's buying power. So we're really excited about how each bank can leverage their own program. One of the reasons I'm so bullish about Streamline is this case study right here. This is West Her's real business results looking at sub 620 FICO scores, sales conversions from 2017 to 2021. It's very, very compelling because what you'll see is that the total number of applications or opportunities didn't really change, pretty flat between 13 to 14,000 across that 5-year period. But what did change was the number of total units sold and the profitability per unit. So our conversion went from about 28% in 2017 to 44% here in 2021. That created a sales profit change from 10 million in 17 to sales profit of 25 million in 21. Remarkable business result that saves everyone time, improves the customer experience dramatically, and allows the dealership to sell more cars and make more money. So don't just take it from me. I actually got reviews and testimonials from some of our Streamline users, and I'm going to play that for you now. So
my favorite thing about Streamline is definitely the quick ease of helping a customer find a vehicle that fits within their budget, no matter what their credit situation is.
There's a lot to love about Streamline. It allows us to guide a customer whether they have poor credit or excellent credit to the right vehicle without wasting anybody's time.
It's Mark Melville. What I like most is the filters that you can use.
One of the things that's the best about Streamline is taking a pretty negative situation. Customer is overwhelmed. They're trying to find a vehicle. You're trying to do your best to help them. And you take them into Streamline. You can find a vehicle that works for their needs. So I like happy customers, and they like to be happy too.
It makes my job quick and easy. It's helping me qualify people. It saves me from wasting time. It lets me find what I need quickly.
One of the things that I enjoy about Streamline is that I can have my customers work with me in an interactive fashion.
I utilize it every day, multiple times a day.
I think the thing I love most about Streamline is how much time it can save you.
What it does, it helps my customers stop dreaming and help me start same day expressing. Bam!
Thank you so much for watching the Streamline overview. Hopefully by now you've learned how proactive vehicle selection, both upfront by the salespeople and in the back of the process by finance managers and sales managers, can help improve the customer experience, save everybody time, and help dealerships sell more cars and make more money. Thanks so much.
I hope you can see how Streamline is the Switzerland between the dealership and the lenders trying to find that right marriage of vehicle, customer, lender that a dealership can provide. And since it's a third-party tool and it works with direct integrations with vehicle values from KBB and Black Book, since it is integrated with all the dealers' lenders, well, this is a wonderful tool that can add some, well, grease to the area of friction that sometimes can be found in the customer buying experience. If you would like some more details or to get a demo of the Streamline platform, don't